Hi, everyone. I'm Regina, and you are you. So, welcome to Trans Voices, Love and Kindness. Oh, my stars. Uh, I'm a few minutes late today. I apologize for that. I had always hoped to get started right at 12:30. I came in here and I got sat down and was getting everything lined up. So I still would have been, just a couple of minutes late. And then I realized, oh my God, you've only had one cup of coffee today and you need coffee. So I went to make coffee. I got a new Kenya coffee and the new website went up today. We had to drop our old website. It's still www.raisroast.com. And we're still the premier. Oh dear. What have I done there? We are still the premier coffee of this area, in my opinion, which, that might not be everyone's opinion. That's one thing about coffees is, not everybody's taste is the same. And, one man's heaven is another man's poisons, as they say. So anyway, wahoo! Here we are. And I've got it all together now, the proverbial get it together. And so the things that we're going to talk about today. Well, first off, later on in the show, I would like to talk about meeting a cousin for the very first time as Regina. And it was interesting, I mean, it didn't go anything like I expected it to. And I mean, it didn't go badly at all. I don't think. I think it all was pretty well. But, it just kind of interesting. We'll get into that later. Now, I'm just looking for folks to say hi to. Nobody's here. So, hi, y'all. And, I guess I can move into the whole notification thing. Subscribe, get notified, and let's build this channel up a little bit. I guess what I'm going to have to start doing is doing a little more advertising. I've just been so busy lately and not sure that I can do how do you say, do this reliably every week. I think I can, but I'd let all my Snappa and all those subscriptions fade off into the distance, and so I need to get that all set up so I can do little artsy fartsy things and do a little advertising with what we got going on. And I'm not sure what we got going on. It's always me. And so I don't know. I see that we've got kind of a ceasefire going for a few days over in the Middle East there, and it's about frickin' time. And I don't know if once the hostage situation, once it all maybe can ramp down now and stop with the genocide, ethnic cleansing, however you want to say it. I don't much cotton to that. I don't want any, don't want anybody to go away. So, oh gosh, in the comment room. Oh, there is people here. Hi, Lara and Simone. How are you? I just found the comments. Good to see you here today. So kick it off, get a conversation going with me here. So I got moved into my new office. New backdrop, don't have to look at my messy living room anymore. And what else? Oh God, I've like hooked this baby direct into my router, Ethernet cord, and oh my stars, we are so fast now. Where I actually almost get the gigabyte that I pay for. Getting this was all so cool because I got 10 times the amount of download and upload is just like 20 times the amount. And holy crap, picture's pretty clear, it looks like to me. And oh, and there's Eva too. Hi, Eva. If I just like chill out and take my time getting going here, people start showing up. I'm so grateful. So you guys are all talking about being cold, and it's cold here too. But it's summertime down south there where Eva is, so I don't think that she's cold. What was I talking about? This is always a problem for me as I get sidetracked so easily. And I don't think I was talking about much of anything though. So this background picture, I think, is something that I took from my dog walks one evening while I was out. Obviously, too late to get back to the car in ample time to not be walking in the dark. And where that was, there's no lights or anything, but I stopped long enough to take a picture. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Oh, the meaning of life? Well, the meaning of life is to be. So that's covered. No, it's just a sunset. No, I guess there's a river right down below me, but I think that's just sunset there at the golf course. Anyway, we have got to shut this banner off. There. So anyway, hit the like button if you would please, and get us some algorithm going, get some likes going. Get our half hour in here today. So here's what happened the other day. Oh, I had a wonderful Thanksgiving, by the way. And, half of the people here are not in this country, and so don't celebrate the same holidays, but we do. And Simone went to the same place with me last year. And it was a house full again, and it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. Good food, good company, and then Friday afternoon, here's my story for the day. I got a call from a cousin of mine who lives in Walla Walla, and we're friendly, and we see each other every once in a while, and he said, my sister's here, and why don't you come in and visit with us? I said, well, I haven't seen her in nigh on to 50 years, was my guess at the time. And so, you know, I got all my work done on Friday afternoon and took off about 5 o'clock to go visit, which got me there at 5:30, 5:45. And so here's this woman and her husband, and I've never met her husband. And I really hadn't seen her for a really long time. We did figure out that we had been at the same funeral 15 years, more or less, earlier. And it was interesting. She's never seen Regina. And you know, we all grew up 8 miles apart, and so our families were pretty close, and until like my mother passed away when I was still just 16, because it was my mother's side of the family, and then my father just kind of like had some bad blood with the family because of shit, you know, that happens, and so we all sit down in the living room and we're just chatting along comfortably. But then I start realizing, oh, I'm the only one that's chatting. And then my cousin that I see often, he's like chiming in every once in a while. And the other cousin's husband's laughing at us, you know, as we're telling stories and whatnot. And man, that cousin just would not really engage in the conversation at all. And I didn't know what she wanted to know. She never asked me any questions, never did anything. And so like it almost becomes like performance art, you know, because I'm trying to keep the conversation lively and moving, you know, and it was really kind of a fun. I had a good time, but whenever I leave something like that, I always feel kind of like, whew, man, what a performance that was, you know, and I'm not really trying to not be authentic, but it's just story after story after story, and telling stories requires a certain level of performance. Otherwise, those stories are ultimately boring, even boring to be told, you know, by the person telling them. Anyway, it turned out well. Finally, at dinner, she loosened up a little bit, and it was easier. They never asked me any questions about transition. It never really came up much at all, if at all, which was always. So I have no idea why she was so quiet, Lara. She, you know, just kind of a shy person. And her brother and I were carrying on quite a conversation. It was always kind of like the one-upsmanship on stories and whatnot. And you know, a lot of the stories were like from early on when we were all kids, and then it kind of, and she was younger by several years from me. He's a couple years older, but there were times when he protected me in junior high, that year that I was in the 7th grade and he was in the 9th grade. Right. Simone's got it there. You don't want to feel awkward because of the silence in the room. Oh my God. I finally turned my phone up so I can hear it if something happens, and then I forget that it's turned up, and then it starts ringing at the most inopportune times. So anyway, here we are. Yeah, she had not ever known me as Regina at all, and never asked any questions about being Regina. John, my cousin, he had talked about it, but I'd gone into his house and we'd talked about it before. Well, I like this. Eva saying some people don't know how to talk to us. I don't know how that could, why that would be, but maybe you're right. I never thought of that. I absolutely never thought of that. I've had people say, you're the first trans person I've ever talked with. And so I know that and some of them, I appreciate the fact that that's true. And in these parts here in Eastern Washington, I assume that a lot, that, some of these country locals, I've never talked to a trans person before. And that's why they're so dead set against trans folk. And so I think that's a good observation, Eva. Like, the thing is, don't you think that if we talk to everybody the same, then there's really not a question of how to talk to people. I mean, God, this is really kind of this is kind of cool where we're going here. Because sometimes I don't know how to talk to crotchety, mean-looking old men, But sometimes they walk past my booth at the farmer's market, and if I'm not totally busy or something, or bored to tears, I'll start a conversation with them. So we can talk to everyone the same, but people don't think or communicate the same. And we don't want them to. I don't want to talk to people who think the same as I do, or even talk the same as I do. What kind of material can I gather from that if I'm just talking to a mirror image of myself? I want everybody to be different. I want diversity in my life, and it's okay if they're different. I worried one time. I'm the membership committee for a board of directors. And when I first got that position, I brought in a lot of my friends onto this board of directors. And then I got to worrying that the board of directors was becoming a direct reflection of me. And I thought that's probably not a good idea, because then we would turn that theater into something that it was not intended. I actually had to read the bylaws to find the mission statement for that, so that I would do something to follow the bylaws and not be about change of the theater, but just just have it be life, have it a cross section of the community, and then other people have brought new members on that are just like, wow, and the people I've brought on are now officers and but some people do not want everybody to be different. Well, then they probably need to practice their acceptance because not everybody's the same. That's kind of a limited scope. And what would we do without diversity? So it's true. I don't get why. I love diversity. Our differences are what makes us interesting. Yeah. Amen. So excellent. So anyway, yeah, I don't know whether that cousin was just shy or what. I mean, I came away from it feeling pretty good about the evening, and then I thought maybe I talked too much because I often come out of dinner parties thinking, God, I did it again, but I keep getting invited back, so I'm not like too awful bad. But I don't know what's going to happen when I start running out of stories and repeating. I usually ask if I've known the people a while. Have you heard this one before? Oh, my stars. So anyway, how do we keep trying to... What comes down to the woke phenomenon? I don't understand what's woke and what some people wanting to live in their little world got to do it with either. I don't get it. Please explain, Simone. I mean, actually, I don't even know what woke is anymore because it seems to me that the conservatives have made being woke into some horrible... Oh, keep going. If you are woke, you understand diversity and acceptability. But you were the one that I got the impression you didn't want to think or communicate with people who weren't the same. So am I confused? Just saying. Where's my friend Zen Floater? So anyway, yeah, nice discussion we're having here. Oh, we got new comments here. Oh, listen to this. Oh, my stars. How dare you? So, anyway, sometimes a green screen behind him like eats my hair up, you know, makes it all disappear, blend back into and becomes pink and blue and looks like sky. Of course, isn't that much of it anymore. Which reminds me, I need to make an appointment. I got to go to the doctor today to get started on like having my knee operated on. I can't figure out what all's wrong with my knee. I think I just need to have the meniscus cleaned up. But I'm getting to that age where they probably will want to give me a fake knee. Whoa, we got a heavy one. I was shocked to find that diversity scared me most of my life. After coming out and looking at myself and everyone else, I realized I was scared of others' difference, at least in respect. Boy, I'll tell you what. There's a lot of truth for myself in that statement there. And I think so much when we have a inkling of fear because we don't understand or know something, it makes it really difficult to look at that diversity, particularly the things that we're unsure about. And you know, it was crazy. It is crazy. I mean, I don't want to talk about all the things, but I mean, those who know me, I've talked about it with before, and so you know, no big deal. But I think we should have woke lessons. Are you kidding me? Woke Lessons by Regina. I don't know nothing about being woke. Know nothing about being woke. I keep reading the comments here. And Lara sitting here talking about being forgetful. And I'm thinking, oh my God, I never used to be forgetful, but I sure as hell am now. Holy crap. I'll get like, I just opened this envelope and it was like up at the doctor's place. I'll go in and take care of it this afternoon when I'm over there. But it's about a bill that it's not this huge bill that I can't afford to pay. It's like a $30 copay, and they keep sending me notifications. And because it's like a whole 3 blocks away, and they don't let me pay for it online. I just don't. Well, I ain't gonna send them a check. My God, that cost me, a stamp or whatnot. Now they're getting ready to send me to collection, so I guess I better go pay it. Oh my stars! Because I keep forgetting to pay for it. I forget it even exists. Not big enough to be worried about, and I don't know. I am such a slacker, procrastinator. I don't know whether it's because I sometimes wonder if I'm such a procrastinator because I'm depressed or what. And I just don't know. I just don't know. So so we have come to the end of our show. It just snuck up on me there. I was gonna like be ready to go right at 30 minutes, and Hell's Bells were already at 31 and a half. So I hope you've enjoyed. I hope you've enjoyed the show. Oh, that's not what I wanted to show. I was trying to show the. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. You know, all through my life, the fear of being different was, I mean, we were different enough. I moved into that hippie culture in like 1969. I mean, I was like 19 years old, and all that anti-war bullshit and stuff was building inside of me, and the next thing I know, my hair's long, and I'm in trouble with the military, and you know gosh, it was some interesting times. Was I afraid of being different? Not about that, but boy, when was it? I think it was like in 1971. Trying to put two and two together here. It was about 69, 70 when I got accused of being part of the queer community, and boy, that did not go well with me at that time, and I was just afraid of being that different, and go back into the closet and lock that sumbitching door behind you. Anyway, we're going to see what happens next week. Larry here has offered to come on, and half an hour flies by. Yeah. I don't know. What do we think about the time? Is a half hour enough, or do you want to go longer? Sometimes I think an hour is too long, and like I say, it's your show. I'm just trying here to help out. Time is perfect. Okay, okay. Um, who'd we lose? Did Eva go already? I think we're not going to do 24/7. All right, kids. I've got to get to the doctor's office. So anyway, I do have to go. I forgot about that. So um, you all have a good half hour or until we would run out of or until we run out of things to talk about. Well, God, that never happens with me, I don't think. Sometimes I guess it does, but I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes I can just talk and talk and talk. So anyway, love you all, and we will see you next week, hopefully. And I'll try to be on time next week, 12:30 or whatever time zone you're in at the half hour. Seems like a pretty good time for me. I needed to make myself a cup of coffee, and now I need to drink it. Got a couple of new ones here lately. This was Kenya coffee. I hadn't had a good Kenya for a long time. I don't know why. I used to really like Kenya coffees. This is good though. This is good. But the new favorite is Ethiopian Guji Gogu. Go. Yeah, I think that's it. Go. Every cup I drink of that, it just is boom. Oh my God. That reminds me of a little quick story. So I was at the farmer's market. I've been trying to demonstrate my AeroPresses. Well, I forgot to bring filters for this AeroPress. And so I thought, oh, I'll put a paper towel in there. That'll work. So I didn't cut the paper towel down or anything. I just stuck it all together, got ready, started pressing. Boom! The end blew off of that AeroPress. I had coffee and coffee grounds all over my table, ruined 5 bags of coffee. It was so funny. And some lady walks up while I'm trying to clean this mess up and starts, hi, I don't like coffee, but I just want to talk to you, blah, 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 blah. And it was, and the guy next to me, and I got stuff all over his table as well. And he's going, what was that lady want? What was her deal about talking to you when you're trying to do that and keeping other customers from getting to you, standing right in front of you? Oh, farmers markets are a hoot. Anyway, gotta go. Y'all are abandoning. Y'all are abandoning me. Bye-bye. Love y'all. Take care. Oh, I know what I got to do here. I got to turn this on. And that. And then say so long. Adios, my friends. And have a good week. And bring some stories the next week. We'll try to get around to talking about the environment and how global warming is affecting all the forests up in Canada, the ones that are left. And we'll try and get Lara to talk environmental with me. And, just kind of discuss what's going on and where we're at. It'd be interesting if Eva's here to get her to talk about that as well. And, we all live kind of on the edge of what's going to be the best habitable zone. Anyway, that's what I've got in mind now. Might change. So anyway, take care, y'all. Love ya, and bye-bye.